Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like you were always the one giving, fixing, or rescuing? Or maybe the one who always ended up being hurt, overlooked, or not considered? Or maybe the one being blamed? That's not love. That's a pattern. And I just live it through again, not in romance this time, but in my own community. And it reveals something really powerful to me. Why so many of us confuse drama for love? And here's the truth. Drama is not love, but it feels like love because it gives us the same rush as passion. I remember something from my childhood that was so clear. When I was a kid, I would watch telenovelas because I'm Mexican, and I'd sit there thinking, oh my God, come on, if the two main characters would just talk to each other, they would see that that's not the truth. But of course, they would never talk because if they did, the drama would end. And without drama, there's no show, no excitement, no story to keep us hooked. And that's how many of us got programmed. We grew up believing that love is supposed to be dramatic, full of secrets, misunderstandings, highs and lows. And we are absorbed it through TV, through family patterns, through our culture. So when real life gives us chaos, the arguments, the roller coaster, the intensity, we think, this must be love. Or this must be the truth. But really, it's just a telenovela script playing out in our relationships. Recently, I saw this exact pattern in my community. My partner and I brought in a collaborator, a little edgy guy. Some neighbors didn't like him, and instead of a simple conversation, gossip started. Stories were created, people were talking about us. The board even took action behind closed doors. Before we knew it, my partner and I were painted as manipulative and as the bad ones. And in that moment, I recognized it because I've been here before, but with partners. And this was more like a collective. This wasn't just gossip. This was the drama triangle playing out in real life in a collective way. Now, picture a triangle. Yeah, 3 corners. At one corner is the victim, the one who feels powerless, overlooked. At another corner, the rescuer, the savior, the fixer. And at the third corner, the persecutor, the villain who everyone blames. In my community, some neighbors felt disrespected, and they played the role of victims. Others jumped in as heroes, the rescuers. And my partner and I, we were cast as the persecutors. And as I watched this unfold, I realized this is exactly what happens in so many relationships. In love, the victim voice sounds like, he doesn't care about me, I'm always overlooked. The rescuer voice says, if I just love him harder, I can fix him, I can save him. Or I can save my friend from this relationship. I've been there too. And the persecutor voice, men can't be trusted. He's the bad guy, I need to control him or punish him. Do you hear it? We think we're in love, but really we're in roles. We're acting out a telenovela script, mistaking the drama for intimacy. So why do we keep falling into this? Because drama is familiar. Many of us grew up seeing distorted love, arguments, control, power games, and we absorb that as normal. Because drama is stimulating. The highs and lows create a rush, adrenaline, dopamine. It feels like passion, but it's just the body's stress response. It's chemistry, not connection, not the real building of trust. And because we weren't taught what real love is, that calmness can feel boring or even scary. So we chase drama and we take sides, making the other the bad one, without even knowing the full reality. And it feels so good to be certain, doesn't it? Because certainty gives us a sense of safety, of belonging, of being the good one. It gives us a rush, a hit of energy. But here's the paradox. What feels good in the moment is what kills real love. Because love can only grow when there's openness, curiosity, and the courage to stay in the unknown. The good news is you can step out of the triangle at any time, and here's how the shift works. Instead of victim, you become the creator. You say, I'm not powerless, I choose how I respond. I choose how I respond. You become the creator. My happiness is my responsibility. If something is bothering me, I communicate what I'm feeling and then what I need. It's really powerful. So now instead of the rescuer, you become the supporter. You say, I don't need to save him. I can stand beside him and I let him grow on his own. Even if you're seeing a friend that is in a terrible relationship, if you try to help them, you're always gonna be the bad one at the end. And instead of persecutor, you become the challenger. You say, I can hold you accountable, but with compassion. This is the empowerment triangle, and it's the foundation of conscious, healthy love. So yes, my community experience was painful, but it reminded me of this. Real love doesn't need a villain, a savior, or a victim. Real love is not a telenovela. It doesn't need a constant drama to stay alive. Real love is clarity plus compassion, responsibility plus kindness. So let me ask you, which role do you catch yourself playing the most often in relationships? The victim, the rescuer, persecutor? Awareness is the first step, and the moment you step out of the triangle, you make space for the love you actually deserve. Safe, steady, nourishing, and real. Thank you for listening. If this message spoke to you, share it with a friend who might need it too. And subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of these conversations.